My name is Carrie McGee and welcome to Game On. It's a new series through Pass-Through Productions where I will be showing you simple, flavorful ingredients and how to cook your wild game. This week's episode is on turkey for the upcoming turkey season, and today we're going to be preparing a turkey breast. I'm going to talk about the importance of a brine with your wild bird. Because of the gamey taste and texture, the brine soaks in and tenderizes the meat. It kind of gives you a safety net when you're cooking it, and it takes that kind of edgy, gamey flavor off for others in the room that might not have that same palate. What I have is 1/4 a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/2 a cup of orange juice. This is a little pop. It's a 5-spice. You may or may not want to put that in, but you can pick it up at your local grocery store. It's kind of that extra pop where people are like, wow, what is that? 1 cup of chicken broth. And then 5 quarts of water. And don't forget the salt. 1/2 a cup of salt. And what you're going to do is mix it all together. Soak the turkey in for 24 hours. I like to use a cooler. That's my preference, but you could use a pickle jug, whatever will hold the liquid and keep temperature. And by keep temperature, I mean after I put the brine in, I put ice in there or an ice pack because it is very important to keep the bird under 40 degrees. For optimal flavor, keep it in the cooler, in the brine, for 24 hours. That's all you need. 24 hours ago, we brined this bird, so now we're ready to prepare it. What you want to do is open the skin up and put your hand in there and kind of break it open, make a pocket. So I have my pocket going. I have 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter, and I like to use unsalted because it gives you a leeway. You can always salt more, but you cannot take salt away. So you take your butter with your hands, you kind of spread it around. I like to use a paper towel and kind of pat the skin dry. It kind of gives you a better surface to work with. So butter's in, and it seems like a lot, but it really isn't. The goal is to make the skin crisp up. And what you're doing when you put butter down is you're keeping the meat moist and you're making the skin crisp from the inside out. Next I have what I like to call a poultry blend. It's sage, rosemary, and thyme. And this gives it a really earthy taste, and it's fantastic. So you take your poultry blend, and you don't have to use this all, I overdid it, but you rub it into the butter, into the skin, all nice and yummy. And what I have here is a nice thick butter herb mix. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some olive oil and pat the outside. This also helps the crisping process, which all this skin you want crisp. Like you never want to bite into gummy skin. And it makes the flavor fantastic. A little drizzle of olive oil. Some pepper. I like to grind my pepper as I go. You can do whatever. You can get the restaurant grind or regular black pepper or whatever. I've got my kosher salt. Once again with the salt. Salt is always your friend. It brings out the flavor of any dish you're doing. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to do is take this meat and take it to a hot pan over here and sear the skin. It kind of locks in all the flavor, even more so, and crisps it up a little bit to get your cooking process started. So my pan is going. Drizzle a little olive oil. Turkey breast down in the pan. See? You hear the awesome fizzle? So let that stay in the pan for about 3 minutes. and then you're ready to flip. You seared it on both sides. So now take your turkey breast and transfer it, pieces and all, to your roasting pan. So I'm going to open the oven. It's been preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to throw it in here. At about 45 minutes, I take my meat thermometer and check at the thickest point, and it should read 160 when you pull it. And mind you, a bird should be up to 165. But the reason I pull it at 160 is because I like to let it rest, which you should too. Always let your meat rest 10 minutes. And while it's resting, it's going to keep cooking, so it's going to hit that 165. Pull it out. And as you can see, we have a nice turkey breast, crispy skin. If you could just smell the aroma, this will wow any audience. Alright guys, now while this turkey is resting for 10 minutes, I'm going to show you a quick and easy pan gravy. It's 2 tablespoons of butter. Make sure your pan is nice and hot when you put it down, but not too hot to where it smokes. Melt the butter, and I have 2 tablespoons of flour to go with that butter. So my butter is melted, guys. I'm going to pour my flour down, turn my heat down a little bit, and incorporate all the flour and the butter. And keep stirring because this can definitely burn easily. And I've saved all of the pan drippings from the turkey, and I'm going to add that to my roux. And the roux becomes like a thickening agent. Because you never know how much pan drippings you get, I like to add 1 cup of chicken stock to make it consistent and make it enough. So I turn my heat back up, and then I frequently stir it. Technically, it should take as long as the bird is resting to thicken. So if you start this right away, it should be ready by the time you're ready to cut the bird. Keep your heat at high and keep stirring. Alright guys, now my gravy has thickened and it's been about 10 minutes. And I'm ready to drizzle it on my turkey. Check it out. It's fantastic. Thanks guys. Until next time, you kill them and I'll show you how to grill them.